Oh, that sun. I'm gonna try to get some light in here. Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Can you guys hear me okay? Hi Kathy. Good to see you, honey. Hope everything's going okay with your rig. Oh, okay, perfect. Well, you guys know I start my lives early all the time, like by a couple of minutes. So we'll give it a few more minutes to really start and get into everything. So how's everyone doing though? Everybody good? Little one, you want to say hi? You say hi to little one? Say hello. Hi. Oh, yes, it's a little baby. In case you guys are wondering, I have my laptop over here. And this is how I read my comments and keep up with you guys, or at least I try to keep up with you guys. So everything is, it's hard for me to read on the phone, which I'm talking to you guys on. So I read the, you want to get in here? Come on. I read the comments from my laptop. Oh, good job, Dutchman. Good job. Did I see Deb in here too? Hi, Greg. Hi, Dutchman. And I could have swore I saw Desert Deb in here. Desert Deb, if you're here, hi, honey. Those three are my amazing moderators, as you guys see, for the channel. So, oh, you want to lay right there? Okay. So, oops, sorry, baby. Gosh, sorry. Okay, there she is. Hi, beautiful. I'm talking to Desert Deb, Greg, and Dutchman. Sorry. Hi, beautiful. Any upcoming recipe or cooking content? That's a good question. Actually, you know, since I've had my cookbook out, I've never made a video, like an actual video about the cookbook, like showing a little bit of it and maybe making one of the recipes. So I will be doing one of those videos soon because I still have tons of cookbooks left, tons. So I have a lot of videos backed up right now that I need to put out from places that I've been to over the last few weeks. So I definitely need to get a cookbook and cooking video out soon. Also, so I can get rid of a lot of these cookbooks because I have a lot left. So, um, haha, Dutchman. Well, Dutchman and Greg, you guys are beautiful in your own way, also. You have beautiful souls. Hi, Vintage Van Life. Good to see you, Brian. Good to see all of you guys. So, hello. How many, just out of curiosity, how many of you guys are new to the channel? Like new to the channel. Basically, is this your first live video hanging out with me on a live? Oh, hello, Michelle and Maple. You guys see Michelle and Maple on the chat right now? Michelle, she just came to visit me, and she knew that my favorite cookies in the whole entire world are crumble cookies. If you guys do not know about this cookie company right here, you guys are missing out, and I highly suggest that you look them up because there's probably one in your town or a nearby town. Oh, thank you so much for the gift. Thank you. So these are my favorite cookies in the whole entire world. And Michelle, my friend, knows that. And so every time she comes to visit me, she brings me these cookies. And crumble cookies, every week they put out different flavored cookies. Like every week, it's a different flavor. But they always have their chocolate chip cookies, and their chocolate chip cookies, out of all of their cookies, are just my absolute favorite cookies. So this time, Miss Michelle brought me some chocolate chip cookies. Look at how big these things are. I'm just going to put it in front of my face so you guys can see the size. They're huge. So I can only eat like a little bit at a time. 3 bites, maybe 4. Oh goodness. Oh, sorry, baby. Sorry. All right. Well, all of you new people, welcome to the channel, and welcome to the live. I try to do a live once a week, but sometimes I just get too busy or whatever, and it does take a little bit longer than every week to do a live video. I have been extremely busy over the last couple of weeks. I'm back to not having a day off or a break again. So I've been trying to get a lot of things done, preparing for me going to the new property and stuff. So so I've been extremely busy. That's why I didn't get a chance to put an edited video out this past Sunday, because I've been busy doing a lot of things, but also my friend, the one that just passed away recently, because I was very close to her and her whole entire family. I am the one making the slideshow video for her memorial service that's coming up. And between her wife, her kids, her sister, between all of them, all the videos and the pictures that they have sent me, had to be at least 1,000 of them. So I had to categorize everything. I've been working on that video for 4 days, and I actually, when I get finished with this live video right here, I'm going to finish up the video finally. So that's 5 days of work that I've been doing on my friends. Oh, hi, Karen. Thank you so much, honey. Thank you. If you're the Karen from that little town, I did get your email. I just haven't responded to it yet. I haven't had a chance to, but I did see your email. If it's you, I'm pretty sure that's you. So yeah, like I really wanted to make this memorial video very special, and I wanted to make sure everything was done beautiful and correct, because I felt like it just needed to be a very special thing, so yeah, so I've been busy working on that, and just busy on some other things and everything. Lizard King, sorry, I'm laughing at your name. Lizard King, I'm not at the property yet. I'm working my way there, so I should get there like in April sometime. So I'm just trying to work my way there right now, because I am a little far away from it. So So in due time, just be patient. Um, okay, so let's go ahead and knock this out. Knock this out of the park. Um, we're only going to talk about this for about 15 minutes, and then it's going to be the end. Then we'll get back into everything else. The video that I just put out, just released, my last edited video about me confronting my stalker. 90% of the comments, Santana, thank you very much, I appreciate it. I had to say Santana because you have two A's in there. Oh, it's a Doors reference. I don't know if you, okay, I'm not even going to talk about it, but I was thinking it was something else. I'm sure you know what it, what it was, but okay. A Doors reference is a lot better, and I know what that reference is, so for the Doors, so whew. um so so yeah, so the video that I just put out, 90% of the comments, I have to say thank you. Thank you to all of you guys that were very understanding, that were just very understanding. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I always appreciate it. You know, majority of my comments on all my videos are always pretty positive, and I'm just so thankful for that, because honestly, even that little 10% of negative, ridiculous, idiotic, horrible comments underneath that video, if it wasn't for you 90%, I would have really let everything get to me, you know. So thank you. I appreciate that. I am learning to deal with these negative comments much better, you know, like I'm trying to find humor in things. And I've gotten better at it, you know. Like it's pretty ridiculous to, to say that I was in the bar business my whole entire life. I worked behind the bar with a bunch of drunk people serving them. I had to deal with drunk people every single night. Um, Being a YouTuber is a lot more difficult than working behind a bar with drunk people. And when I say that it's more difficult, I mean the insanity and the rudeness and the negativity is so much worse than what a drunk person does at the bar, and it's mind-boggling. It's crazy. Um, so I would like to just say thank you. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate that. Boy, my face looks oily, but it's because of the lighting, so I'm sorry. I know it was a hard thing to understand for some people, even the ones that were really nice in their comments. I could see that they had a hard time understanding why I confronted the guy. Um, you know, everything happened so quickly when I pulled into that gas station, and I look at the picture and I'm looking at him, you know, and then I realize it's him. And then my, what is the word? Emotions just all go crazy, you know. So when everything happens so quickly like that, and for an incident like that, I guess you really just don't think correctly right away. But I am going to tell you guys, I don't regret confronting him. Not at all. Because I think if I would have turned around and left the gas station to avoid him, in the back of my head, I would have constantly been like, what if, what if, what if, what if? So, I was very upset over the police situation, but I'm over it. I was very upset with some of the comments, and I said that I try not to let these comments get to me, but there were just a very couple, and I want to say, when I say couple, I say like maybe two people that actually accused me of putting a tracker on his bicycle. I have better things to do than run around this country looking for my stalker so I can put a tracker on his bicycle. That was the most absurd thing that those people could have said. Idiots. And one of them, and I've already blocked both of them from being able to comment underneath my channel anymore. So I've hid them. So they could probably still see my video. So if one of you that made that comment, you actually have followed my channel for a couple of years and had always been so nice in my comments and everything. And for you to sit there and say that I put a tracker on his bicycle, that's why I blocked you, because that was the most absurd thing. Because not only did you leave that comment, you started going through all my comments underneath that video, copy and pasting that same exact comment so everybody could read underneath their comments. It was absurd. Absurd. And then there were also a lot of other absurd, idiotic comments. Now, I'm not trying to ask for a pity party or anything like that. To be quite honest with you, I struggled on wanting to post that video. I struggled, but I knew there was a lot of people that wanted to know what was going on and what happened. And then, quite frankly, the guy is panhandling. He is panhandling, and he was off of a major interstate. And so that's how he's getting his money, is panhandling. So I wanted you guys to see his face and see his bicycle and see everything about him, because don't give him money. Don't give him money. So if you actually happen to see him panhandling somewhere, walk by him. Don't make friends with him. By golly, please don't. So that's why I posted the video. You guys see that I stopped the comments on the video. I have completely stopped the comments on the video because I was monitoring all the comments every single day. And I'm tired of talking about this person. I'm tired of thinking about this person. I want it all behind me. Yes, I'm still always going to be aware. I'm always going to be on the lookout. But I don't want to talk about it no more. There will be no more videos made about it. And that's why I stopped the comments. I turned the comments off on the video because of the fact that I was tired of monitoring it every single day, having to read about this guy and then read the stupid idiot comments too, and it was getting to me. Not only that, I haven't had a lot of sleep in the last 5 days because my little one, she's old, you know, so she has been waking me up multiple times throughout the night the last 5 days to go use the restroom multiple times. So I haven't been getting a lot of sleep. So not getting a lot of sleep, yes, I'm talking about you. Not getting a lot of sleep already puts me in a grumpy mood during the day, and then having to monitor these comments on this video that honestly I just did not even want to put out there in the first place was a lot. You know, it was a lot on me. So I personally, let me explain the bicycle situation, because there was a lot of people that commented saying, how is this guy stalking you on a bicycle? So the first year, and maybe a little over a year, this guy had a van. And I have proof of him following me across this country, trying to find me and look for me in his van. So I know for the first year, maybe a little over a year, I had the actual proof of him doing it. I would not be calling this guy a stalker or very worried about this person if I didn't have all this evidence and all this proof in a file on my laptop. So, and trust me, I have a lot of other creepy guys that are all into my emails and everything all the time. And it's been horrible emails from these guys. And some of these emails are also from the same guys. But I'm not really, you know, like making a big thing about it or whatever. This one literally followed me for about a year little over a year, across the country looking for me, and made some pretty crazy whatever. So he apparently doesn't have his van anymore. I don't know what happened to his van. Have no clue. But he's on a bicycle. So do I know? I don't have proof. Like maybe over the last, we'll say 5 months. 5 months. I don't have proof that he's physically following me across the states anymore. I don't know. But the guy still is making videos, and he was still harassing me in my comments on my channel. And yes, I have blocked multiple pages of this guy, so he can't harass me and comment underneath my channel anymore. But he starts new pages and new pages and new pages. He has about 50 pages, if not more, you know, that he's just started new. So there's that, you know. So for the ones that want to make me feel guilty and make me look like the bad person, that's all I gotta say. And I'm not a mean person. I try to practice kindness every single day. But for you guys to sit there and make me look like I'm the bad person, oh yeah, I'll be angry about it. Completely angry about it. So this is where I say don't give me a pity party, because over the last 4 years that I've been on the road traveling, I've been working on my mental health, and I've been working on my happiness and my self-love and my self-care, and I've come a long way since I've been on this road doing that. And that was the main reason why I started traveling, was to be close to nature and to work on my mental health and to work on myself. But in the past, if you guys have watched my life story videos and everything, I've had a horrible past from the time I was a kid up until the time I started traveling. And all those incidents, and I'm not going to get into it right now. If you're new to the channel, you can go to my playlist area and look for the My Life Stories playlist, and you can hear all about my life on those videos. But everything that I've went through in my past, from a child all the way up until the incident with my dad, I blamed myself my whole entire life. I felt like I was the bad person. I felt like all this stuff happened to me because it was my fault. Even when I was a little kid, going in and out of foster homes and group homes, I thought it was my fault. Everything I thought was always my fault. And I should not have to live that way. And now I'm dealing with this other major situation with this schizophrenic drug addict stalker person. And for people to make it seem like I'm the bad person and that I'm the one stalking him and making it look like my fault. Maybe you guys have a guilty conscience of something. I don't know. So it's absurd. Absolutely absurd. So out of respect for me and my sanity, I don't want to talk about the person anymore. If I have another incident with this person, I'm not even going to tell you guys. I'm done. I'm not even going to call the cops anymore, because the cops aren't going to do anything. If it comes to a dangerous situation, I will handle the situation myself. But hopefully this guy will just move on. He's met me now. Hopefully that gave him some kind of peace to his mind or something. I don't know. But I don't want to talk about it anymore. I want it to be over and done with. It's just annoying. I don't even want that video on my channel anymore. But I want people to see his face, and I want people to see his bicycle, and I want people to see his need food sign or money sign or whatever. I want people to see that because I don't want anybody giving him money. I don't want anybody helping him out, so um I also, there's a lot of girls that are there's a lot of females that are homeless also, and they travel by foot or whatever, and they panhandle and stuff like that too. And I don't want maybe one of those girls follow my channel and they know what he looks like in case they happen to be sitting beside him panhandling or something. So he's not he's not all there. So no more talking about him. I'm done with the whole entire thing. um just respectfully, let's just let it go. So I am now just trying to get my sanity back from all of that, and trying to look forward to my new chapter that I have coming up in my life, with going to the property and starting the lifestyle on the property and everything. And I want to get to the property excited, and starting completely over. Um so yeah, there's that. um as far as when I get to the property and everything, things are gonna that's why I've been out here trying to stock up on videos and everything and film and all that stuff, so I can make sure that I still have videos to put out here on YouTube, because you guys know that this is my main income is my YouTube channel. So I have to keep up with my YouTube channel. And so I have been out here trying to film a lot before getting to the property. And I'm sorry I'm not seeing a lot of y'all's comments right now, but I will go back and watch them. Um so oh my god, my mind just spaced. Oh, so when I get to the property, I'm gonna take a little bit of time to just enjoy being on the property. Also enjoy not moving around so much and traveling and everything, and just relax and try to take the property in, get a vibe for it. Um, Thank you, Messates. That's like a tongue twister. Messates. Thank you, Messates. Um, so yeah, so when I first get to the property, I do want to take a couple of weeks to myself to just enjoy being at the property and just relaxing and taking it in and getting a feel for it. So um things will be going a little we're not going to be jumping right into it, like doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that, because um, you guys know that I am going in on this 40-acre land with two other friends of mine. And all three of us are not going into this whole ordeal with a whole bunch of money. So we're kind of all in the same position. So we will be doing things slowly. There's no need for us to spend 30-40 grand right now and get a well dug. So instead we're going to be doing water tanks. We will each have our own piece of property, like our own little residence and stuff. Um so we'll each be building off of our own properties. Like we're each going to have a water tank. um One of my friends is going to go ahead and get a tiny home brought in for him. Me and my other friend, we have decided that we're going to just live in our rigs for the rest of the year. I have been stressing a lot though about the winter situation at the property. The winters are going to have a lot of snow. I've done my research. It is very high elevation. I'm not going to say what the elevation is because people are smart on trying to do research on finding out where people are and stuff. So it's just a high elevation. um, so the where the property is, it does get snow like 4 to 5 months out of the year. Obviously, those 4 to 5 months are not a lot of snow, you know, for some of the months, but December and January do get a lot of snow. So there could be times that we are going to be snowed in on the property. So we have to, at least for me, I would like to get myself prepared for the winter situation because these months just go by fast. Um, I had a diesel heater on my wish list, my Amazon wish list, and somebody bought the diesel heater for me. So I will be installing a diesel heater on the bus. So the diesel heater, this is what I'm thinking about doing for the living situation for the winter. I was going to put a wood stove in the bus also, and I was going to use the diesel heater at night while I'm sleeping, and then during the day while I was awake, I was going to use the wood burning stove. Because you know, at nighttime you can't count on that wood to keep burning, it could go out. So, but giving it a lot of thought, I don't want to cut a hole in my roof, and I really don't have the room to cut a hole in the roof of my bus for a wood burning stove, because I have the whole entire top of my bus is covered in solar panels. So I have no room to be able to do that. I know that I could have stuck the pipe out of the window, but after doing a lot of research and everything, it is recommended that you don't do that with a wood burning stove. So I'm still going to install the diesel heater on the bus, and I will sleep in the bus during the day. But after doing a lot of research, because I'm not ready to get a actual structure to live in yet, because I don't know what structure I want to live in yet, and I don't want to make any rationalized decisions so quickly until I'm here on the land for a while, I get a feel of it, and I really give it some thought and really think about it on what I want to have as my actual home on the land. So for this year and for this winter that's coming up, I've decided that not only am I going to continue living in my bus, and I will be sleeping in my bus at nighttime for the winters, but I'm going to get a canvas tent. I've done a lot of research. I've watched a lot of other YouTubers and a lot of other YouTube videos of people that live in these canvas tents, and lots of snow and wind and everything, and that's what these canvas tents are made for. They have a stove jack hole in the roof that you put a wood burning stove inside the tent and everything. So oh, hi, Lady Ferns. Good to see you. See you guys. I popped in on y'all's live video a couple of weeks ago. I said hey. So hope you guys are doing well. I get distracted. um, so so I'm going to have the canvas tent, which I'll probably put. Well, I will. I'm gonna build a platform to put it on top of a platform, and that will be where I put the wood burning stove in. So during the daytime, I will be hanging out in the canvas tent with the wood burning stove, and at nighttime, I'll be sleeping in the bus. Yeah. So that's I think that's going to Karen, it's not exactly a yurt. So the canvas tent that I'm talking about, it's a wall tent. It's a canvas wall tent. So I've given this a lot of thought, and I've done a lot of research on it and everything. Um, so it's not quite as big as a yurt, and it's not an actual yurt, but it's actually shaped like a home. Just Google and look up canvas wall tents, and you'll see exactly what they look like. So it's shaped like a home, but they're built for the 4 seasons. It's a 4 season tent. They're built for the winds, and they're built for the snow. Um, so I think that's just going to be the smart thing for me to do for at least this winter and this year. So that's what I've decided I'm going to do. And then when next year gets here, which we're almost like we're not almost finished with this year. We just started this year, but the years go by. I mean, they go by quickly. At least they do for me. Um, but for next year, the beginning of next year, that's when I will already have all this time under my belt here on the property and be thinking about what I really want to live in, and also hopefully have more money saved up for that actual home that I want to get, whether it be an actual yurt or a tiny home or a cabin or whatever. It's just there's so many different options of what I could do for an actual home. I even like the Adobe stuff, but I have the rest of this year to figure that out. So one thing that I've always been really bad about my whole entire life, and my Aunt Cindy would if she was here, she'd tell you guys right away, is I jump very quickly and make decisions very fast before even thinking through on things sometimes, and like I'll buy this and think that at the time that's what I want to buy, but then later on down the road I've only used that thing like one time. um so I've been very guilty about making rationalized decisions, and this time I want to make sure I'm doing everything correctly and right, and not making those rationalized decisions. I think most important when I get to the property is I got to figure out where to put all my stuff at, because I'm going to go get my Jeep and all my stuff that's at the property and everything. I have to figure out where I'm going to put all of that because it's not all fitting inside this bus. Um, and then I need to go ahead and get a water tank because I'm going to run out of water on the bus when I get there. So uh, I just got a lot to figure out. And then I need to figure out the tent situation and getting ready for the winter and all that. So this is all new to me, and it's all new to my friends. So all three of us are newbies on this. But I feel like I've been living off grid for the last 4.5 years. So these last 4.5 years, I'm definitely taking over a lot of things that I learned over these last years. I will be taking that over to the property also. Um, when I first started traveling, it was all new to me. Everything was new to me, and I learned. I learned over the last 4.5 years. I learned as soon as I hit that road. So um, it's I still learn today. Um, so speaking of my wish list, I have put my wish list on pause. So right now, if you go try to look for my wish list, I have my wish list on private. The reason why I have my wish list on private right now is because actually a lot of stuff was bought off of my wish list, so I barely have anything left on my wish list right now. And I'm going to be doing, because it was so many things that were bought off of my wish list, and a majority of it was for the property. I'm going to be doing a video of me unboxing all the packages because I'm pretty excited. It's a lot of stuff that I needed for the property. So a lot of stuff was bought completely off my wish list. But I put my wish list on private right now because of the fact that I'm going to be at the property soon, and once I get to the property, one of my friends is giving me a ride to go get my Jeep so I can bring my Jeep back to the property and also go get all my stuff that's at my friend's house that I've been using as my home base for the last couple of years. So um I don't want any packages, once I go pick up my Jeep and all my stuff that's at my friend's house and I get it all back to the property, I don't want any more packages arriving to my friend's property. Because my poor friend, because over the last couple of weeks, a lot of the stuff from my wish list was bought. My friend has been having to go to that post office like every other day picking up packages. So um, I will be keeping my P.O. box, by the way, out there. I already discussed that with you guys. So my P.O. box will be kept out there because my friend, it's not much for him to go check my P.O. box once a week. So there's no point me moving my P.O. box. Plus, if I was to move my P.O. box, then that would give away where I'm at. So yeah, so the wish list is on pause right now. I will start the wish list back up. That's another thing is the property. The property does not have a physical address to it at the moment. So once we get over to the property, we're going to have to go to the post office and we're going to have to get a physical address for the property. So, um, so I won't be able to turn the wish list back on until we get a physical address to the property. And by the ways, I know what you guys are thinking. The wish list, whenever you buy things for somebody off of a wish list, you cannot see their address on there. So, um, so yeah. Oh, Suzanne, I'm glad I just caught that comment. You're making me a quilt. That's so sweet. So cute. Making a quilt for you in your new home. Oh, Suzanne, what state do you live in, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to say what city or anything like that. Just say what state you live in. Um, that's awesome. I've never had anybody make me like a homemade quilt before, so that's exciting. Thank you. How sweet. Um, oh, good night, Van Goodwin. Sorry I didn't see you. Good night. Thanks for stopping in, Van Goodwin, and thank you for always being so positive with your comments underneath my videos. I know that I have a lot of subscribers, guys, but I remember names with comments under my videos. Um, I remember names, especially when you guys comment so much. I always remember names. Um, so I am good with that. Claire, that's a good question, Claire. And so I did have a travel trailer, a camper on my friend's property that I was using as my home base. When I got this bus right here, though, I felt like I didn't need to have my camper anymore. What was the point? Because this bus was self-contained. So my tattoo artist that you guys have seen in a couple of my videos, I've known my tattoo artist since I was 18, actually 17, maybe 17, 18 years old, because she's from back home in Georgia. Um, and I've just kept in touch with her for all these years. And she's tattooed me throughout all these years. But anyways, my tattoo artist and her boyfriend, they wanted to start doing traveling, try out traveling and everything. And she wanted to be a traveling tattoo artist. And so they needed a camper and a travel trailer. So they came and picked up that camper from my friend's place, and they're making payments to me. So they didn't have. I was gonna sell the trailer, for like 10 grand or whatever, but they did not have 10 grand to pay me. So because I've known her for so long, and I trust her, I just told her to just make payments to me. So she makes payments to me until she can pay the trailer off. So I don't have the camper anymore. It was no point once I got this bus right here to have that camper, and I could have used the money a lot more than it just sitting there not being used. And honestly, I never really used it a lot because whenever I went back to my friend's place to take a little break, I was never there for like longer than a week. So, um, oh, you live in Washington, okay. But you're going to travel to Arizona and New Mexico and Utah, just everywhere. We are pretty excited. Well, that's awesome. Well, Suzanne, whenever you finish my quilt, send me an email and maybe we can figure something out, because I will still go and take a little excursion every once in a while, so I don't want to overwhelm myself with the property. So I am going to still go and camp and take trips, every once in a while and stuff. So I just know, me personally, if I overwhelm myself too much, it will trigger a lot of my anxiety and my stress and my mood swings and depression, and I just don't want that to happen. So that's one of the things I worked on the last 4.5 years on the road is uh, how to work with all that. So when I see myself getting overwhelmed with something, I just have to stop, and then I have to take a break from that situation. So I hope you guys are not going to be disappointed once I get to the property and you guys are going to be expecting me to knock out all these videos of me building this or doing that, or whatever, because I'm not going to be knocking things out right away, because like I said, I'm going into this with not a whole, I mean, I have a little bit of money in savings, but I don't have a lot, so I'm going into this very smart, and I don't want to do things cheap either. I want to do things the right way. I also don't want to spend a lot of money on things. Um, so I'm going to be getting the main necessity things done right away. I'm going to be preparing my living situation for the winter. This is going to be my first time. I've camped in snow before, but camping in snow is different than living in snow. I've never lived in snow. I don't even like driving in snow. Snow intimidates me. I've gone off-roading. I have gone off-roading in the mountains out there in Vegas with some other Jeep people. So I did go climbing mountains and go off-roading in my Jeep uh, with in the snow with my Jeep. And that was probably about 6 years ago. But I've never lived in snow. So that's going to be a first experience for me also. Um, we all know my little baby is very tiny. She's only 5 pounds. She's got her health issues. So that is my major concern, is making sure that she is going to be able to live in the snow also. So I need to make sure that I'm going to be able to keep her warm, during the snow. Um, dog's body temperature is a lot higher than a human's, body temperature. So I think she'll be okay. Um, her little incident that she's been having for the last 5 nights, by the way, she does have a veterinarian appointment coming up on the 23rd. So I will be taking her back over there to her veterinarian for her checkup, and I will be talking to them about um her bathroom situation. But I honestly, I just think it's because she's getting old, or she's old. So I think that's just what it is, so um it's still snowing. Where are you at, Alvin? Where you're still getting snow? You must be up north somewhere, or Colorado or something. Oh, hi, Tom and Zen. I didn't see you. Hi, hon. Tom, remember what we talked about? You wanted to be a mod. Did you still want to be a mod? Sorry. You guys know I've been wanting to add an extra moderator to the channel because sometimes it does get a little crazy. So, um, Tom, you guys have seen him in my video before. He's in a big school bus and everything with his beautiful dog. So he offered to be a moderator. All right. Slow down, chat, so I can make him a moderator. Tom is in. Add as moderator. Standard. Save. Okay, I think I did it. Tom, say something in the chat. Let's see if your name is highlighted. I think I just did it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so Dutchman, Deb, and Greg. I think I mentioned this to you guys before about wanting to add one more moderator. So you guys know I love y'all. So hope you guys don't mind that I added another moderator. I know what you guys are thinking. It's your channel, Sarah. You do what you want to do, but you know my moderators, they're great people and great friends. You know, so I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings because I really love my moderators that I have. They're amazing. So everybody in the chat, if you guys could see Tom and Zen. Tom and Zen is now another moderator. So I have 4 moderators. Technically, I have 5 moderators, but the 5th one is my cousin Christopher, which is my Aunt Cindy's son. He made a joke one time saying, "Oh, I should be a moderator on your channel. I'm family." And so it's a joke. So I added him as a moderator on the channel so his name could be highlighted whenever he comes on. But he's never in my lives. Every once in a blue moon, he'll pop in or whatever, but he's not really a moderator. That was just to appease my cousin. So I do have 4 moderators now. So and I did talk to Tom is in a while back about it, and I just totally forgot. It kind of slipped my mind until he just came on. So so yeah, so everybody welcome Tom is in. And Tom is in has a YouTube channel also. So if you click on his name, it'll take you to his YouTube channel and you guys can see his beautiful doggy Zen. That's his dog Zen. So Tom and Zen count as 2 mods. That's cute. All right, guys, so I'm not going to stay on that long because I have a lot to do. Like I said, I have to finish up my friend's memorial service video. You guys have me for maybe about 10 more minutes. So I have to get that finished. And then I have to finish editing a video for Thursday, which I'm going to finish that tomorrow. I'm so busy. Thank you guys for respecting me about, you know, the video with that guy and all that and not talking about it anymore and letting it all be, you know. So, thank you guys for just hanging out. David Coyote, where are you at? David Coyote, you're another person I always remember because all your comments are just emojis. Love it. Every time I see you, David Coyote, comment underneath my videos with just emojis, it actually kind of makes me smile and kind of like giggle a little bit because it's always just emojis with you and it's so cute. I think it's cute. So and you comment underneath all my videos. So even with emojis, that helps tremendously by commenting under my videos. So just seeing you in the chat just now with your emoji, it just kind of made me chuckle a little bit. So, you know, you guys know, I tell you all the time, I read all my comments. I try to reply to some of them, but I heart every one of my comments. And I don't just go down the row and just go heart, 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 heart. I actually read all my comments. And so I remember, I remember a lot of you guys. So, and that's why when I like doing my meet and greets, when I do my meet and greets, and some of you guys come up to my table and say, "Oh, I'm so and so," and you'll say your screen name, and it'll just pop in my head right away. I'll be like, "Oh my God, it's so nice to put a face to you," you know. So I'll think about you when I eat some cookies from Crumble. Oh, love those cookies. I'm gonna take another couple bites when I finish this because I need the sugar so I can stay up and do this. Anyways, I want to end this video real quick with something special. This is not sad, guys, by the ways, but I do want to end this video with this. I've said this. Thank you for being real and an Amazon amazing person. Thank you, Open Roads and Adventures. Thank you. I appreciate that. I want to end this video with, because tomorrow is, I don't want to say it's a special day, but tomorrow is, it's a big day that stands out for me. You guys know that I have mentioned my best friend Jeff before on lots of my videos. My best friend Jeff passed away from pancreatic cancer. He was my best friend the whole entire world. I try to keep his memory alive because he was a very special person. Very special person. He is my inspiration every single day. Tomorrow, I'm almost tearing up right now, but don't worry, it's not sad tears. Tomorrow is the day that it is the anniversary of my best friend passing away, March 17th. So, with me trying to keep his memory alive for as long as I stand on this earth, I just want to say that my best friend was the most amazing person ever that I've ever met in my whole entire life. I wish he was still alive so you guys could have met him also, because you guys would have loved him. Absolutely loved him. I used to get lit March 17th, get to me a lot, but I take tomorrow, March 17th, every single year now to remember the good memories. The last 4.5 years that I've been on this road traveling, even though he has been passed away over the last 4.5 years, I feel like he has been along with me spiritually through this journey. Me starting these travels, working on myself and my mental health and everything, and my happiness, I think I know my best friend Jeff had a huge part in these last 4.5 years, even though he wasn't physically here. Because when my best friend Jeff passed away, and I was laying next to him when he passed away, I made a promise to him, and I told him that no matter what I go through ever again in my whole entire life, it'll never be as bad as what my best friend Jeff had to go through. My best friend Jeff was given a death sentence. He was given less than a year to live, and he lived for 8 months out of that year. Those whole entire 8 months, knowing he was going to pass away anytime soon, he always kept a smile on his face. Always. And that's absolutely insane and crazy. Everything that I've been through my whole entire life, everything that you've been through your whole entire life, is not as bad as what he had, knowing that he was going to pass away any single moment. But he kept a smile on his face every single day. And when he took his last breath and when he passed away with a smile on his face. So he has been my biggest inspiration over the last 4.5 years. And so I just wanted to share that story with you guys. And Hold on 1 second. And I keep a picture of him everywhere I go. And yes, those are marijuana leaves because he loved his marijuana. So I keep a picture of him everywhere that I go. This hangs on my wall in my bus. I have a picture of him in my wallet. And if I ever get down or ever get depressed, I take one look at this picture right here and say, if he could always keep a smile on his face and pull through what he was going through, there are no excuses, absolutely no excuses of why I cannot do the same also. So I wanted to share that special story with you guys because tomorrow is the anniversary of him passing away. And it's not going to be a sad day for me. It'll be a day of thinking of my friend and having the good memories to remember about him. So, so that's it. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the video now, and correct Deer Tracks. Hi, Deer Tracks. Deer Tracks said, make life what you think you deserve, because if you don't, others will make your life what they think you deserve and live. Nicely said. All right, thank you guys for joining the live. Thank you guys for the donations, the super chats that came through and the gifts. I appreciate that so much. I'll try. I'm so busy over the next couple of weeks, like really busy. So I will try to get a live in next week, but if I don't, hope you guys understand. I'm just in the process of getting all this stuff done and transitioning and to this new lifestyle and everything. So yeah. All right. You say good night. Say good night. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look, her hair's getting long, guys. Her hair's getting long. Okay, we have to go see the doctor soon. We're gonna go see the doctor soon. A little old baby. All right, guys. Good night. Till next time. And thank you, PSR White. I appreciate that. Thank you. Till next time, guys. Oh, I gotta end the video up here. I was like trying to end it on my laptop.